Diane in Denmark here, and rah! Here we still are on Bahookie Challenge. This is week 3. If you missed the first couple of weeks, I'll put a link to the playlist up there in the corner. Let me just put my pom-poms aside because they are rather noisy. They're very lovely but rather noisy. Yeah, so week 1 we looked at our routines, we looked at planning, using the Getting Things Done system, Flylady system, routines, yada, you know all about that. Week 2 we hit all the Flylady Zones in the house, all 5 of them, just to give you a feeling that yes, you can make a big difference in 15 minutes. And this week we're doing some challenges. So Monday we're looking at getting some, daily exercising or some kind of fitness goals, or just taking the small baby steps as usual. It was nothing extreme. And yesterday I was talking about let's get some hygge into our life, some Danish hygge, and not necessarily going out and lighting all the candles in the house and putting on your fluffy socks, but just slowing down a bit and enjoying what you're doing, enjoying the process, enjoy the job that you're doing instead of, rush. Let's kind of calm down. And even if you're having a really hectic day, you can still have some hygge moments during the day, just making things nicer for you. And it can be something as simple as, using a nice wine glass for your water when you're having your dinner, or, going out into the garden, if you're lucky enough to have anything that's flowering right now, just cut off one bloom and put it beside your bed. Just do something nice for you. Anyway, today I've got a different type of challenge, and I'm here to be your cheerleader. I've always got my pom-poms, I'm there for you, and we're doing this together. But it is a two-way street, so I'm here for you, but you've got to work with me. You've got to work along with me. And we're going to have a little challenge today. It's not going to take long. It's hopefully not going to be difficult. But I've got the timer here. And what we are going to do, because I'm going to do it along with you, is I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. I'm going to stop the video, and you're going to stop what you're doing. And remember, even I don't care if you are sitting on the bus, or are at work, or are lying in your bed, you can join in with this challenge, because you can do this anywhere. We are going to spend 3 minutes, and we're going to look for 5 items that we can declutter, and it can be anything you like. It can be things that can go in the recycling bin. It can be anything that you can give away to a friend or to the charity shop. Or it can be an item I was going to say relocated to another room, but no, we want stuff going out the door today. So we're going to work for 3 minutes, right? And I want 5 items, okay? And I'm being good to you because the items can be anything you like. And I don't know if you remember when we did the challenge, it was around Easter last year. And we decluttered at least 1 item every day. It had to be at least 1. And it didn't matter if it was as small as a paper clip, and I'm saying that because I'm looking at my husband's desk just behind the camera, or it can be as big as a sofa. It all counts, but it must be 5 separate things. So it can also be 5 pieces of paper. It can be 5 rags that you have underneath the sink, that you were thinking, I can use this as a cleaning rag, and then suddenly you've got 350,000 of them under there. I know what it's like. So we're just going to set our timer for 3 minutes, and I'm going to blow out the candles, because I don't leave lighted candles ever when I leave a room. I'm going to go off and I'm going to find 5 things, and you're going to find 5 things, and then we're going to see what we've got. And as I said to you, if you are at work, you can also join in this challenge, because I'm sure there is something in your office drawer, or maybe there's some file folders that are maybe a bit wonky, or something that you can find in your office. If you are sitting on the bus, how about in that handbag that you've got there, or your diaper bag for the kids, there's probably 5 things in there which need to go out. So anyway, without further ado, and I mean this, please, you know, when I stop this video, you've got to go away, and because I'm working along with you here, and I'll be a bit annoyed if I'm kind of sitting here talking, you're going, yeah, but not doing anything, all right? Okay, I'm going to be a strict school teacher today. So anyway, setting timer for 3 minutes. You go off, you set your timer if you've got something on your phone, and then come back, and then we'll see what we've found, all right? So I'm going to blow out these candles. This is your last warning. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and you're off, okay? We're off and running. Right, I'm back, and I'll just let you hear the sound of the timer in case you have just been sitting there. Here goes the timer. Hey, and the timer means you get to stop. Anyway, light my candles, and I'll show you what I did. I just went into the kitchen because it was easiest for me just to go next door and do the 3 minutes, but let's get the candles lit so we're all hoogly. Right. And first of all, how did you feel when I asked you to do that? Were you like panicked, and where do I start? That's why it's a really good idea just to follow the Flylady Zones for decluttering. This week we just happen to be in, it's the 3rd week of the month, so it's zone 3, which is the bathroom plus 1 other room of your choice, which can be, you know, your office or the garden shed, a guest bedroom, kids' bedrooms if you're helping them with that. So instead of thinking, oh, you know, when I said, you know, go off and find 5 things, maybe you kind of went into panic mode and said, well, where do I start? That's why it's so useful just to follow the Flylady Zones, because also on flylady.net, every week when you see the missions, and the missions are normally a mix of cleaning and decluttering. Sometimes it's more one than the other, the focus of the missions. But generally it will give you ideas, and it will say, for example, if it was this week, look through your medicine, you know, and see if anything's expired, you know, look in your bathroom cupboard. Or it could be, you know, if it was, the one extra room was the laundry room, throw away any detergent bottles, are there any rags there that can go out? So it's really helpful to use the zones. If you thought it was really difficult right now to go, you know, where do I start decluttering? Use the zones. Now, as I said to you, I just went next door into the kitchen because I didn't want to be running up and down the stairs. But here's what I found for my items. Now I said to you 5, and I came up with, I'll just talk you through them. And first of all, I went through the cutlery drawer and the utensil drawer. That you've seen me, you know, doing that when I'm doing decluttering videos in the kitchen. I came up with a knife, which is actually almost brand new, and we got it because somebody in the family was letting go of a lot of kitchen stuff, and we took it. And actually, I'm quite happy with the 2 sharp knives that I have right now, and I never used this one, it's not very good in my hand, but it's kind of new, so that is going in a bag. I've actually got, I changed over some plates in the kitchen last week. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd see I was at IKEA, and when I came home, I took out the new china. It's that old-fashioned kind of retro stuff, the stoneware. And I was putting it away, you know, I gave it a quick rinse. Now I put it away in the drawers that we have in the kitchen. And then I thought, oh, hold on, there's not really space for it. And I took out the old stuff that we had. So the old stuff that we have, it's still usable, and I'm taking it to, we have a centre near to us where they are always looking for kitchenware for the refugees that are here. And it's still in good nick, it's not fancy, but I'm going to put that in the bag for them. And this is actually a really blunt vegetable peeler, so that's just going out in recycling. I'm not going to pass on a rubbishy vegetable peeler to anybody. So that will go in the bag as a giveaway item. That's for recycling. And then I found also, one of these plastic syringes, you know, that come with medicine. I mean, you know, if I ever need that, something like that, that the chemist will give me one. And I remember why I kept it. I was thinking, oh, I would fill it up with icing for icing a cake, or I know we have these weird ideas. Anyway, that's going out in plastic recycling. And I found 3 of these corn on the cob holders, and there's only 3 of them, so it's a kind of odd number, and they're a wee bit rusty. And we hardly ever eat corn on the cob, and if we do, we can eat it with our hands or, you know, our fingers. So those are going out as well. So go me for my, that's 5. Oh, I actually got 6 items plus bonus. Yesterday was my hubby's birthday, and one of the things that we got him, just as a funny gift, were some new coasters which have books on them, because he loves to read. He reads all the time, and we've got bookcases everywhere in the house. So he took out the new coasters yesterday, and we're using it. You know, we put our teacups on them in the living room, and I thought my first idea with the old coasters was, oh well, you know, I can keep them for. I don't need to keep them. We only need, you know, 6 coasters for when we're having tea next door. So these are also going in the bag to the charity centre that we have near us. So out those go. They're quite nice, and yeah. So, and because yesterday I gave them a wipe, and I thought, you know, I'll just put them away. Please think about, you know, if you bring something new into the house, whether you can actually let go of the old thing, like with the china plates that I had in the kitchen. I don't need to have 28 plates for daily use. You know, I've got my nice china in here for when we have, you know, when we have a dinner party or guests over. I don't need to keep like 28 plates for daily use. I don't need that because I wash my dishes every day. You know, I've got my routines going, so I don't need it. Anyway, I'm going to keep the video short here. I hope you managed to get rid of 5 things, and write in the comments, what did you manage to let go of, and if it was difficult or easy. For a lot of you, I know it is difficult in the beginning, and that's why I say just go by the Flylady Zones. It's a really good way to do it, because we're working the zone. We can focus on one bookshelf or one drawer, and then, you know, we're just setting our timer for 5 or 10 minutes, only as much as we can physically and mentally deal with. And then the next week, you know, we're moving around to another zone. Next week will be zone 4, which is the master bedroom. And it's the same thing, you know, in the master bedroom, you look at your bedside cabinet, you maybe do one shelf in your wardrobe. So we're just doing it in stages, and then we don't get that panicky feeling that comes in. Anyway, I've been sitting on my Bahookie long enough, and my Fitbit will be beeping in a wee minute if I haven't got my required number of steps for the hour. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little challenge. Tomorrow we'll be doing something different, but and also if you want, you could post the items in Instagram and say what you managed to declutter today. As always, the name of the channel here is Diane in Denmark, and so is, I have the same thing on Instagram. And what was I going to say about that? Because there was something funny yesterday. Oh yeah, about the hygge thing. I love reading about all your ideas for hygge, whether it is, you know, sitting doing your crochet, or sitting with your cat, you know, just having a snuggle. So anyway, let's keep encouraging each other. And the other thing I just suddenly thought of, one thing that I am going to add to my pile of let go items today. This is a blouse that Vibeke handed on to me, you know, my bestie Vibeke, and it's a really lovely blouse, and she's just given it to me because she was decluttering. But I've decided that it's very tight here in the arms, and also when I go like that it kind of gapes a bit. So, and it's a nice blouse, but I have a similar one, and it's really not comfy. So I'm going to wash it, you know, once I've worn it, and then that will be going to the clothes swap party. So think about these things all the time. You know, if there's something that you're not quite feeling comfy in, maybe we can just let it go, let it go. Right, anyway, rah, for doing our little challenge today, and I shall see you tomorrow. Live long and prosper. May the hooga be with you, and I shall see you very soon. Okay, that's it. Diane in Denmark. See ya.